What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Marriage Unmastered. It's me, your boy Hen, aka what my wife be saying, Mr. OD.
That's right.
And I'm here with the beautiful, the most wonderful person I know, my spouse, my partner, my best friend, my lover,
All of that.
Shireal.
All of that. What's up, y'all? What's going on?
Another day, another dollar, or another $2.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you?
$3. Not much. Just super tired. Like, I feel like I haven't been able to get enough sleep. I mean, that's not really new, but I feel like it's even more heightened lately.
Sleep. What is sleep? Because we definitely don't get it like we should.
It's crazy. It's like as the days are speeding up, the weeks are speeding up because we have so much packed into one day. Like by the time it's Friday, I just want to lay under the bed.
By the time it's 9 o'clock, it's like where the day go?
I feel like it's always 9 o'clock. It's either 7 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock at night. I used to say 7 in the morning, 7 at night, but it is.
Because you think about it, you get up, you got to deal with the children. If you do have children,
Right.
then you got to deal with them people on your job.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to deal with coming home and dealing with the family, like what everybody went through, and then
Have mercy.
and
Jesus.
then if there is extracurricular activities, you got to deal with that.
Oh Lord.
And then where's the time for you, yourself, or your spouse? Where is it?
And what I don't understand is how we are always involved in extracurricular activities.
That is entirely your fault.
I knew you was gonna say that. I knew it's your kid's fault, bro.
It's not.
your
It's
kid's
not.
fault.
So listen, I got a great topic for us today.
Okay, let's hear it.
If you ain't dealing with it all, you're not ready for marriage.
Ooh, what is that? Let's dig a little deeper into that. What is
So-
it all? That's the part I'm a little
It
intrigued with.
it all is everything that encompasses is your partner. That I know that I messed that word up, but everything that your partner comes with, you have to deal with it all.
Examples of this, things that a partner would come with.
So I'm gonna use me for an example,
Ooh,
right?
yes, Lord.
What?
Yes, Lord. Let's use you
I
for an
didn't.
example.
I didn't. Hypothetically, right? If I had a whole lot of baggage, a lot of trauma, if say my parents weren't alive when you married me, or I had a bad accident, or I was in the streets heavy, or anything like that, right?
But you're just making up stuff. That's not stuff that's you. I want to hear your stuff. What is it all when it pertains to Henry?
All right.
Yes.
So me, I had the life of a gentleman,
What?
of a little player, right? That was me. That was my MO back in the day. That's who I was, suave. I can't help it. That was just given to me by my father. So with that, you may have a lot of like flirt. I had a lot of flirtation in
This is correct.
my day-to-day operations.
Mhm.
And sometimes it was natural, and sometimes it was just like, let me see how far I can go. So with that, when you get married and you have that kind of history, you got to like tell yourself, hey, the way you used to operate is off limits. You got to let that go. You can't be the way you used to be, right? I'm a different man now. I just like to flirt with my wife. Yo, your face though.
Cause it's like
You trying
that's
to.
a great example though. Cause in the beginning of our marriage, you
Oh
had
my-
a lot of
Oh my gosh.
female friends.
But if you ain't dealing with it all, you're not ready for marriage.
So we definitely dealt with that. That was one thing.
yeah, we
for
dealt with
sure.
that. That we dealt with something like with stuff like that.
I had to
But
really,
when I-
really let's pause there for a minute before we pull out the next one. So let's talk about
I
that.
wasn't done like give my perspective.
Oh,
I'm just saying like in general, like with people's either flaws, faults, or good things, you gotta like take it all.
okay.
And if you don't want to go on that like ride, I don't think you're ready for marriage. And you know why I say you're not ready for marriage? Because when you get married, people like to complain and fuss and fight. Like, oh my God, I didn't know this. I think you knew a little something was there, whether you want to see it or not.
I think that's true.
Because everybody, whether you're dating, you get engaged, you have the you want to present is like your Instagram page, right? I got certain pictures I want you to see.
Mm-hmm.
But if you got a group text or a group chat, you know what I'm saying, pictures of all I'm saying is that it's like there's always another side of a person that won't be revealed until later on.
Okay.
And sometimes you can see it in the beginning and sometimes you can't. But if you ain't ready to deal with it, you ain't ready for marriage.
Okay.
That's my perspective.
I agree with all of that.
Now, what you want to go back on?
Oh,
Because
my
you
turn?
want, yeah, your turn. Because you look like you want to dig or
No,
something.
no. I'm learning. I'm a work in progress. I'm trying to make sure I pause and let you
Praise God. Praise
say what
God.
you gotta say. I'm listening, y'all.
I appreciate
we don't
you,
need to high five
Team
that.
Lewis.
Team Lewis. We don't gotta high five that though.
All right. She
No,
played.
I high five you. I high
All
five
right. I'm about
you.
to say, like, you don't play me,
No,
baby.
I'm not gonna play you, baby. But so yes, let's. So I first of all, let me just say, overall, I definitely agree with what you're
Okay.
talking about. So I think you're absolutely right. The presentation that we start with when we first start dating
That's the word I was looking for.
the best presentation we got.
Absolutely.
Right. We come in very, very strong, like with our best selves.
A good start.
But I will say this. What's interesting about when you and I started, we immediately put our best selves forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think we also like not soon after dug right in and just started being who we were. And I think that might be one of the reasons why we knew so early on that we wanted to be together. Because it wasn't really too far into our relationship. And it could have been the prayer that we had started praying together real early, right? And maybe that opened up a level of vulnerability. And we started to kind of like shed ourselves faster, I think, than we typically would have in other relationships.
Ooh, I like that word. I'm gonna note
Which
that.
word?
Shed ourselves.
Oh, okay. So I think that if we think about it like that, because remember, like, let's go back. Like, yes, we met on. So for those of y'all who don't know, we met on Facebook. So okay, you already know what that looked like. It was the best stuff.
Social media.
Right. It was the all dressed up, makeup, beat, hair laid, dress on, heels high version, right?
Yeah. Was I a little bit of a stalker?
Right?
I'm just saying. I liked what I liked.
But I mean, and then we talked online for a couple months before we actually met in person.
Mm-hmm.
But within that couple months, we started praying together. We started having deeper conversations. So I think by the time we actually met, we were like almost all in.
Yeah. I agree.
So I think the conversations we were having, I think the way we were acting around each other was very like, look, this is me.
Mm-hmm. Like we was already comfortable. I remember a time when I went to your family house. They had like a little cookout.
Oh Jesus!
And
I already know what you're gonna say.
Dang, you ain't had to like take my thunder.
Like, what is happening?
I was so comfortable. I took my shoes off. I took my socks off. We in the house eating food and playing spades.
Bare feet.
Now, if anybody know, when you take your shoes off in a home, you real comfortable.
It was the first time he was there, though.
But I was myself, and her aunt and her family was like, "Who this country dude?" Like,
and I wanted to throw up.
She loved it. Not her, but I'm talking about your aunt, like your family. But it was just like, all right, I can get with that with somebody being like real and honest from the jump. And I think there was a bit of authenticity that they liked about that. Just like, I was just me.
I guess. I thought it was nasty. I don't do feet. And I really actually walked away questioning, like, what is happening right now? So, but
she was in love. That's what she walked away saying.
Not true. That's not true. I was very confused.
Okay.
But you're right though. It's moments like that, like that's how we started acting immediately. Like I remember it wasn't soon after we were dating and I had like a breakdown about my ex, and we had this conversation on a previous podcast about I had found out my ex had gotten married, And but where I could have called my best friend and kind of had that hidden conversation, I don't know why I felt inclined to have that conversation with Henry. And
That was crazy. Because as a man, don't no man want to hear about another man, right? But at the same time, you want to be supportive to your wife, girlfriend, fiance, and we were just dating, so it was like
we were barely dating.
it was like
Was it even official? I think we were just kind of like
yeah,
kicking it.
we was what you call it, Instagram official or social media official.
I don't know what that means. So we were kicking
You
it.
you know what that means when you put somebody on social media, you're official. That's
Oh,
you know
okay.
that's you know what that
Calm
means.
down.
Like
Calm
we
down.
people you was telling people we go together.
Was I? I don't know if I was saying that. Maybe you had said that.
Nah,
I
don't.
might have been like, look at this dude I've been chilling with. I don't know about go together.
This dude.
Yes, that's who you were at that particular time.
We went together.
Okay, calm down. So back to what we were talking about.
Trying
So
to play me.
Henry was definitely very flirtatious. He still has a lot of that in him. I think that I'm just kind of gotten used to it. But I do be having to tap him on the shoulder sometimes, like, you need to take it down a bit. And it's interesting too. Sometimes I be thinking about what do other women think? Like, oh, my husband flirting with me. I'm sure they have felt that way. And I honestly don't know like how to really explain the fact that it doesn't really bother me that much. Like I said, to an extent where I will have to say, yo, I'm gonna need you to sit down. Right? But I also know him as a person, so I do accept a portion of who that's just who he is. He just can't help it. Like he's a naturally flirtatious person. And so what I did have to shut down though was all the phone numbers, all the side conversations. I remember one particular time when we were married. First got married.
We were married.
We were married. So this ain't Facebook official or whatever he was saying. We were married.
Mhm.
So and this was probably like within the first year of our marriage, and the first year was dangerous. But within the first year of our marriage, I had found out like one of his friends, she would call him like while he was home, but then he would text her like, "I'll call you on the way to work." Hold on, why you? What y'all gotta talk about? That's so secret. You gotta call on the way to work.
Let me chime in. So some men have that I don't care mode to be like, oh no, I'm gonna talk in front of him. Like me, I wasn't like that. I was like, nah, it's all good. I'll hit you later. That was just me. So I didn't want to be like disrespectful.
I think both versions are disrespectful. I think both.
I mean, that's all I can say to that
and
situation.
I appreciate that how you felt.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it was like, what you gotta have a secret conversation for, right?
Secret. What she say? Secret meeting.
Right, and having secret meetings. You know,
secret meetings.
So that was a problem for me. And I'm the type of person like I have to address it head on. So I'm like, bro, what y'all was talking about? Why you need to text? Oh, I'm gonna hit you right back. I'm about to leave the house. Come on, y'all. If that don't sound suspicious and a bit disrespectful, right? And mind you, like I said, we're married. This ain't no, oh, this my dude.
Yeah, I get it. Some things you gotta work out.
Yeah, and we had
You
to
know what I
work that
mean?
out.
Well, of course. But if you're not taking it all, you're not ready for marriage. Like that was something that you had to go through and experience, and then I had my things that I had to experience with you. We both had situations where it made us feel uncomfortable and like reevaluate, like, all right, I'm in it for the long haul with him and with her. However, these are things that I don't like and I don't want to deal with in the for the rest of my marriage. So like, let's kill it now or try the best we can to attack it.
Right.
And it ain't no right or wrong way to handle stuff. It's just the way you handle it without killing each other. That makes sense?
No, absolutely. Because I think we've mentioned this before, fight the problem.
Not each other.
We were fighting both the problem and each other at the time.
100%.
But I think like that fighting had a lot to do with the shedding that was happening of who our individual selves. So like I've said in the past, and I've gotten dragged, and I don't care about if you are not ready to have some degree of change within yourself, you're not ready for marriage. And I don't really care what anybody's opinion is on that. That's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not speaking from like, oh, I read that somewhere. Like in life, and almost literally any successful marriage that you talk to, they're gonna have that same feedback for you. So period. But anyways, that is ultimately like a part of the shedding, like finding out who we are, acknowledging it, accepting the pieces we can accept, and then working through the pieces that need some adjustments. Because you're not gonna be able to proceed that way and me be feeling disrespected. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but like I said, initially, I do realize my husband is flirtatious. And so I understand when I know that's just who he is. And I understand when I got to say, okay, hon, you got to pull back a little. That's making me feel uncomfortable. And it takes time to get to that, right? But that goes back to what you initially said when we talking about this topic. You know, I'm taking it all. I'm taking all of who you are. So I think that's the other side of that, like that statement. Like you do have to have some degree of change to be married. The other side of it is you also have to know who you're marrying and understand that there's pieces that you're going to have to accept, because who he is to his core, I don't want to change that. I don't. That's not what I want to change. But to your core, you're not disrespectful. You're not sneaking off having secret conversations with other chicks. Like, you know what I mean? That's something we can work on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like definitely accepting, you know, all of the pieces of you,
Mm-hmm.
you accepting all of the pieces of me, but still with some room for, you know, improvement.
What she said.
and
What she said.
it's not easy. Ultimately it's not easy.
Nah, you gotta really say to yourself, I really love this woman or I really love this man enough to tolerate and adjust like certain things. Now that's not saying be stupid, right?
No.
I'm not telling nobody that listen to us to be stupid and just be blind, like purposely blind. Don't do that. Don't mess yourself up, because and in the long run you're gonna like mess up your life, and that's your fault. That's entirely your fault.
I mean,
Yeah, like
I
don't
don't.
don't
I think you're being a little funny there. It's not entirely their fault. I feel like stupid.
you got blinders and you got, I don't know. All I'm saying is when you know what it is, you make that decision to accept and deal with it and be fine, like don't complain later on. Like, you know what I hear a lot of women that they say, and this perspective of, don't, I'd rather you tell me something that's gonna happen rather than you like cheating on me. And I use that because that's like kind of the closest thing what I could think of. Because when you cheat on me, you don't give me the choice to make that decision. Does that make sense? Like if you tell me, hey, I'm having thoughts or I'm seeing someone, I'm dealing with some, I'm getting attached to them, I want to connect with them, like I don't know where that'll leave us, but that's what I'm feeling. If somebody says something to you like that straight up, or me like,
I feel like the level of Holy Spirit you gotta have to have that conversation, though, right? Like because, and the truth is, though, that is a seasoned, well, like, well, I can't even think of the word. Like that is a seasoned marriage conversation. Like you gotta be like, as a wife, and I can only speak from my own perspective, right? You come to me and you say that to me. Like I think initially, I'm shutting down. Like, okay, let me process, right? Let me walk away. Let me process this for a minute, right? And then I have to go through all the things in my mind that I know about you, right? And then, you know, I know he's flirtatious. I know it's probably some chick at work. He's handsome, you know, but he's also honest because he's coming to me letting me know he's having these feelings. Now I need to look at myself. You know, what am I doing as a wife that's maybe not satisfying some type of need that you feel like you need to be thinking that way about somebody else. So I think that's a whole level of
And see that example I use from watched a podcast clip of what's Duval and his wife.
Oh, I don't
But
know if this is still the name of it, but I think they changed the name of Deadass.
yeah.
Okay.
But he was saying like there was someone in their arena and he was like he began to develop like feelings like nothing like sexually, but just like straight platonic, boom, boom, boom. But he said he knew that was gonna be a problem because he liked them.
Yes.
It wasn't like a desire, it was like a genuine like, and it was like
Which can grow. That's a
yeah.
seed. Yes.
But he said he had to tell his wife about that. And for one, even though it was a little clip, and I'm not gonna expound,
like you heard the whole conversation.
but the fact of that you have that much strength to express and explain that to your spouse, one, that is a level of maturity that most marriages don't get to, and two, I don't know. I'm just glad the brother's still alive. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, but you got
shout out to their podcast, by the way.
Yeah, and they've been married for what, 20 years? So again, that's experience, that's time investment. That's I know my sister had to walk away for a minute. But, I think ultimately we come back and we're like, okay, let's check this out. So I mean, like let's close it, let's wrap it up. I know we had time. I think that you're absolutely right as far as, being married. You gotta accept and know a little bit about the person you're marrying and know that you're gonna be able to live with that or degrees of that for your whole life and work through degrees of it for your whole life. Absolutely. You got to take everything that they come with if you want to be successful in your marriage. And I think you learn every day what they come with, because it's not all up front.
100%.
It's not all up front.
So if y'all waiting for me to hear my perspective on my wife, you won't, because she's perfect. Boom.
He's so smart. So he knows that about me.
Yeah, we ain't doing that. However, I'm just saying, go ahead, babe.
No, I'm just joking. But thank y'all for listening again to another episode of Marriage Unmastered. Make sure y'all check out our website. Our book is out. I cannot believe we don't have copies of it here. We will definitely make sure we try to make sure to remember that for the next time. But
what's the title? What's the title of the book?
21 Habits of Love: A Plan for Romance in Your Marriage. Go to our website, marriageunmastered.com. Pick that up. We're going to be promoting it soon. You're going to hear a lot about it. So make sure you check that out. All right, y'all. We will check y'all out next week.
Peace.
Bye.